Hello again. Let's talk about some lighting. Of course, you can use standard lighting that actually are lights. We have several lights in the classroom here, but they're hooked up to electric. So in some situations, you may not have the electric that you need to use. So we have other options. This is known as a bounce or a reflector. And using the sun as the main light, you can reflect certain areas. For instance, what's Dewey? Reflected, not reflected. Reflected. Actually, if we move this over, use light source, probably the sun. So reflecting up and then repositioning to get it into the way that you need it to be, whether it be this way, this way, this way, whatever. The other side is gold, so it offers a more gold tone to it. The other one is silver, so it'll actually offer the white light. The other thing that we often use is just foam board. It's known as just a bounce, and you can use it with flash and photography, or you can use it to reflect. So with, without. So having something like that, it's rigid, you don't have to fool with messing around with it. This is more bendy, twisty, so you can actually twist the light in certain ways, bend it, so that you can get it to work how you want it to work. So there's benefits to both. The other thing we talk about sometimes is a diffuser. And a diffuser diffuses light, or it, instead of having a direct ray of light, it disperses the light into many different directions. So whenever you see our soft boxes, they're considered soft boxes because of the diffuser that's on it. Now, the diffuser isn't absolutely necessary, but it makes things prettier. So if I take the diffuser off, you can see it's a much harsher light. And inside the actual light source is like a silver metallic color. So it bounces every little bit of light that's in there. And you can point the light in certain directions. You can point it away, or you can point it toward someone. So it's a directional light. The diffuser isn't see-through. It's not like plastic. It's usually some sort of lightweight fabric that takes the light from a hard, sharp shadows. And let's turn this one off. You can kind of see harder, sharper shadows, and positioning that differently, positioning your subject differently with the harsh shadows can create a certain look, and that's great if you want to have a very dramatic look. Adding the diffuser back on, adding the diffuser back on softens the light for a more flattering look, not harsh shadows. If you have somebody that's very, I don't know, self-conscious about the way they look, this is the way to go, having a diffuser on your light. So there's different types of light. There's two main different types of light, direct and indirect light. Indirect light is light directly on the person. Indirect light is when you bounce it off of something else, like maybe the ceiling or a bounce or the wall. So it's not a direct light. And also sunlight, if you're in the shade, it's indirect light. It's reflecting off everything else. So those are the different types of lights, basically. If you have more questions, just ask.